At my birthday party, my parents texted, "We're going to check out your brother's new apartment. It costs thousands." I simply replied, "That's okay." They had no idea I owned a $3 million penthouse in Manhattan. When they saw the photos of my celebration on the rooftop, Central Park glittering behind us, they couldn't breathe. I got 87 missed calls. My name's Mariah Hernandez. I'm 32, the oldest, the quiet one who always picks up the tab. I'm a real estate investor. I close deals over coffee, flip properties before breakfast, and keep spreadsheets that would make accountants jealous. In my family, that means one thing. I'm the human credit card. Mom calls me dependable. Dad calls me when the mortgage is short. My younger brother, Gregory, calls when his startup needs just $5,000 by Friday. My younger sister, Kara, calls when her influencer gigs dry up and rent is due. I planned my 32nd birthday 6 months out. I sent real invitations, thick cards, stock, gold foil. I even offered to cover flights if anyone needed it. 2 weeks before the party, I called Mom from my office overlooking the Hudson. She didn't say hello. "Gregory's new place is the priority. We can't make your birthday," she said. Calm. "Final." I stared at the phone. "It's the same weekend," she answered. "You know how important this is for him. First, big purchase. We need to support." "That's fine," I said. I hung up, turned my phone face down, and smiled at the empty rooftop invite list. They had no clue what was coming. If you've ever been the family ATM, hit like and subscribe, because this one's about to explode. Back when I was 22, I graduated from NYU with a business degree and jumped straight into real estate brokerage in Brooklyn. My first commission check arrived, $30,000 after taxes. I held on to it for exactly 1 day. My younger brother, Gregory Hernandez, was 18 then, fresh out of high school, begging for a car to commute to community college. "Sis, I'll be late every day without one," he texted. Linking a used Honda Civic, I sent the down payment that afternoon. Dad drove him to the lot. They came back grinning like I'd handed over a winning lottery ticket. The car became his, but the insurance and repairs quietly landed in my lap. 2 years later, my younger sister, Kara Hernandez, was 21 and crumbling under pre-med pressure at SUNY. One midnight call from her dorm. "I hate this. I want to be an influencer, build a brand online." Dropping science for communications meant extra tuition. Mom forwarded the updated bill with a simple note. "You're working now. Help your sister follow her heart." I transferred the shortfall from my savings, the same fund I'd started for my own place. Kara swore she'd repay once her follower count hit 5 figures. It did eventually, but the money never circled back. She posted ring light selfies instead, tagging, "Blessed." By 25, I'd moved up to flipping condos in gentrifying pockets of the borough. Profits grew, and so did the family pipeline. Dad, Ralph, took early retirement at 55 after a warehouse injury cut his trucking hours. "Mortgage is killing us," he said over coffee, sliding the statement across the table. Wanda nodded beside him. I co-signed a refinance, covered closing costs, and handled the first year's payments. The brownstone and bedstees stayed in their name, but my credit carried the load. They threw block parties that summer, raising glasses to our anchor me, while I passed on networking trips to keep the budget tight. The requests snowballed. Gregory, 20 then, pitched an app for gig drivers. $10,000 seed money, Mariah. It's going to blow up. I wired it from a flip profit. He rented desk space in Williamsburg, posted mock-ups online. 4 months in, the code failed, backers ghosted. "Bad timing," he said. Cash evaporated into server fees. He bounced to barista shifts, still sleeping in his old room. Kara met Kenneth Ford, her husband Kenneth, at 23 during a brand collab event. Engagement 6 months later, wedding in a Long Island City loft. "We're short $12,000 on the venue," she messaged, attaching contracts. Wanda added, "Her day shouldn't start in debt." Big sister step up. I covered it, plus the photographer upgrade. At the reception, Kenneth clapped my shoulder. "Real one right here." His card bounced at the bar. Mine didn't. Vacations followed. Wanda planned a week in Aruba. Flights, resort excursions, $18,000. I booked everything using miles from site visits. On the beach, Gregory pitched ideas to tourists. Kara filmed content. Dad snored under umbrellas. "Home again? No talk of splitting bills. You're in real estate," Wanda reminded me. "This is nothing for you. I tested limits. Gregory, 22, needed rent after quitting a delivery job. I offered a repayment schedule. Seriously, Wanda rang within minutes. He's your brother. Guilt one I paid. But I started locking shared accounts they'd somehow added themselves to. Kara's channel stalled at 24. Need better gear, lights, lens, $4,000. I pushed back. Kenneth joined the group chat. Don't stifle her growth, Dad muttered. Lighten up. I sent the money, then quietly pulled my name from their emergency contacts. The cycle locked-in problem, ping payout. My life paused. Delayed leases. Sidelined deals for their fires. At 28, I closed a Park Slope townhouse Reno for seven-figure profit. Celebrated solo, dumplings, city lights blinking outside. Wanda texted, Gregory wants a coffee cart. Startup cash. I said no. Radio silence then. He's family. Nearing 30, the drain deepened. Kara and Kenneth upgraded apartments at 25 for better backdrops. Down payment from me. Dad's routine scans at 59. Gregory's online course at 21, tuition covered. Wanda's refrain never changed. You're the oldest. This is what you do. I laid it out once. Sunday ribs in Brooklyn. Spread printouts across the table. Transfers totaling over $150,000 in 8 years. It's not sustainable. Gregory smirked. You're fine, Kara scoffed. Petty much. Wanda exhaled. We don't tally love? Dad flipped the channel to the game. I drove home over the bridge, knuckles white, skyline mocking me. Walls felt necessary, but breaking the habit seemed impossible. They had no idea the flips had stacked something massive, tucked away in Manhattan, mine alone. 6 months before my 32nd birthday, I decided to go big for once. I designed custom invitations, thick ivory stock, gold-embossed edges, and mailed them to everyone in the family. The card read, Manhattan skyline, Saturday night. I included a note. I can book trains or Ubers from Brooklyn if needed. Responses trickled in fast. Mom texted a thumbs-up emoji. Dad sent, count us in. Gregory replied with a party popper. Kara added hard eyes and finally, a real bash. I kept the venue secret from them. My best friend, Trisha Hayes, handled the details. She runs events for corporate clients and owed me from a deal where I found her a warehouse studio. We met at a cafe near Union Square. Rooftop penthouse, Central Park view, intimate vibe, I outlined. Trisha sketched on her tablet. Low-key DJ spinning vinyl, farm-to-table catering with sliders and champagne towers, string lights draped over lounge seating. 20 guests max, your inner circle, she said. I nodded. No family on the final list yet, but the invites were out. Weeks passed with excited check-ins. Kara asked about dress code, chic. Gregory wanted to know if +1s were cool, I confirmed. Everything paid. Deposits from a recent condo closing. Trisha locked the DJ, a guy who mixes old-school hip-hop with jazz, and secured a florist for minimalist arrangements. We walked the space one afternoon, wined off the park, city humming below, enough room for photos without crowds. This will reset expectations, Trisha said, snapping reference shots.